And now to our special guest, former Mayor Kenneth Barr. I said just former Mayor Kenneth Barr earlier, sorry. Kenneth Barr is currently a public affairs and governmental relations consultant, with most of us know him, though, as Mayor of Fort Worth, having served 4 times from 1996 until retiring in 2003. He also served as the Sister Cities Reggio Emilia Chair prior to becoming mayor, and later as chairman of our board, so he knows us very well. Kenneth was recently elected to the Board of Trustees of the Tarrant County College and serves as vice president. He is chairman of the board of the Real Estate Council of Greater Fort Worth, a member of the executive committee of the Van Cliburn Foundation, and serves on the board of Medical City Fort Worth Hospital, and much more. Please help me welcome Mr. Kenneth Barr.
Well, thank you. It's a great privilege to be here today. It's great to be out and about and seeing old friends. I've enjoyed watching the visitation that's gone on here today as I made my way around the room, seeing people that I haven't seen in a long time. I also sat here thinking about Sister Cities and the things I've been involved with this organization and what it's meant to me and to our family over its 35 years existence. I very clearly remember a Sister City event at Mary Palco's house when we discovered the opportunity to have a young lady from Reggio Emilia, Italy, come and live with us as an exchange student for a year. It changed our family. It was a great experience for her. And we've learned a whole lot about Italy and have a great appreciation for that country that we wouldn't have had without Sister Cities. It was also an opportunity for our daughter, Catherine Smith, who's here today. It was an opportunity for Catherine to go to other parts of the world and to develop an understanding of the way other people live and their culture, and it has been of tremendous value to her. My place on the program today, I think, is a little bit to maybe deliver a challenge to Sister Cities, to the organization, and to put maybe an exclamation point on what May said and what Cindy Johnson said a few minutes ago. I want to share with you some thoughts about making Fort Worth truly an international city, a city that is the center for international relations and culture and international understanding and for international business. And I hope to convey why I think this represents a great opportunity for us here in Fort Worth and why I think Fort Worth Sister Cities International is the right organization to lead this initiative, this endeavor. Specifically, I want to talk about 3 things. 1, why now? 2, why Fort Worth? And 3, talk about what the Sister City role ought to be in making this happen. So let's start with why now. You've already heard it here today. The world has changed. It is continuing to change. Business has changed. Communications have changed. Record keeping has changed. Sharing information, the way we sell, the way we transfer money, even travel, everything has changed from where we were 36 years ago when this organization was founded. And all these things are going to continue to change. And that change always, creates new opportunities. And I would add that the need for international understanding is more critical, more needed today than ever before. And lastly, I would suggest that if we don't seize the opportunities that are open to us, Fort Worth will be left out, and I don't want to see that happen. So why Fort Worth? What's our role here? Or maybe a better way to put it is, why not Fort Worth? Historically, and if you go back and think about Fort Worth when it was founded as a fort 172 years ago, our world was right around the bluff up here near the courthouse. Back then, our trade area was the immediate area, what's now the surrounding counties. That was our world. But today, we live in a completely different situation. Our market, from a business standpoint, is truly the world. And you think about it, we've got Fort Worth companies that literally do business all over the world every day. Think Alcon, think Lockheed Martin, Bell, Renfro Foods, a whole list of companies up at Alliance Airport. Fort Worth companies literally sell all over the world. Well, let's look at it from our asset standpoint. Why us? What makes it appropriate for Fort Worth to start thinking of ourselves as an international center? Key to international trade and international relations is communications. And we live in this era when we've got Zoom and Teams and all the various communication platforms. It's possible now to talk to virtually anyone, anywhere in the world, at any time, and do it at a remarkably small cost. It's just easy to do it today. That didn't exist 36 years ago. Everyone has it, but we have it, and it represents tools that we can use. We've got location. We're in the middle of the United States, in the middle of the country, in the middle of the MCA, the old NAFTA trade area. We're in the central time zone. We are well located, strategically located, as good as anybody in the world. We've got access. We've got superior air, rail, highway access to the entire North American continent and to the world. Our region is growing at a phenomenal rate. We're healthy, we're growing. And even through this COVID crisis, we've continued to prosper here. You know, it's projected that there are going to be 10 million people living in North Texas by 2030. And when I think 2030, I think, well, that's a long time in the future. But folks, that's 9 years from now. We need to take advantage of the fact that we're healthy and our economy is strong and growing. Having worldwide visibility is important if we want to be a player in international relations and in international business. In world trade, size is important. It creates visibility. We're big. We're in Texas. We are the fourth largest economy by GDP, gross domestic product, behind New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. And all of them got a head start on us. We've got a strong economy, and we need to take advantage of it. We're leaders in energy, aviation, healthcare, transportation, manufacturing, logistics. We are a key distribution center for the region, for the nation, and the world. We've got good, strong industries and a knowledge base to compete with anybody. We have an educated workforce. We're collaborating in that arena like never before to make it even better. Our educational institutions today are more focused on international understanding and international business opportunities than ever before because they know the world has changed. And maybe our most valuable asset is our Texas can-do attitude. Fort Worth and our region is a great place to do business, and we know how to get together, work together, and overcome obstacles. And we have then one other asset that most cities don't enjoy, and that's Fort Worth Sister Cities International. And I firmly believe that because of Sister Cities, many of us have learned a whole lot about the rest of the world, and we learned a lot about how other countries think and how they do business. So if you look at the list of assets I've just run through, I believe they set us up to become truly an international hub. We can be a highly successful center for international relations, international culture, and international business. Our biggest challenge, I think we've got to start thinking of ourselves as an international center. We've got to think of ourselves in the context of our role in the greater world. So how do we do that? Well, I don't claim to have all the answers, but I firmly believe that we are a community that can figure out how to do it. So let me recap very quickly. Why now? Because the world has changed. There are international opportunities like never before. Certainly more opportunities than 35, 36 years ago. Why Fort Worth? We've got the assets, we've got the resources, and the ability to do it. What's the upside? Well, we continue our successful efforts to meet President Eisenhower's vision back in the mid-1950s to create better understanding amongst the citizens of the world. We expand the opportunity to gain a bigger share of the trillions of dollars, literally trillions of dollars in world trade that goes on every year. And we enrich the lives of our citizens, especially our students and younger generation, with a better understanding of the world we live in. What might Sister City's role be? I think our solid, proven Sister City organization can be the key player in getting this discussion started. We can offer a solid foundation to build on. We have a smart, loyal membership, and we ought to start this discussion and start it now. Sister Cities has a remarkable track record. It has solid management and an award-winning program year after year. We're good at that. Sister Cities already has a lot of what is needed to move this effort forward. We have connections all over the world. We can connect with other sister cities, our cities, but other cities that are involved in the Sister City movement, and with embassies and consulates all around the world. Sister cities can bring common sense and know-how to this opportunity. We can bring language skills and cultural understanding and connections into play. We can offer great programs that equip people to be successful as international business partners. Frankly, I get sort of excited about being in looking at the mix of what's going on in the world and thinking about what Fort Worth's role ought to be. So what's next? Well, I've got a couple of suggestions. To be successful, this international effort must have broad involvement from multiple groups of people in many different walks of life here in Fort Worth. A broad-based initiative, not just those of us who are involved with Sister Cities, but reaching out to other elements of the community. The effort needs champions, people who get up in the morning thinking about it and are passionate about it, and there are a lot of champions in this room who over the years have worked hard to make Sister Cities successful. We need champions like that who are committed to making this happen. Third, this effort can be a part of Sister Cities, but it would have leadership that includes people that represent our major institutions and businesses, as well as interested citizens. There should be an effort to create public-private partnerships, P3s, to help build support and capture the economic benefits and pay the cost of this undertaking. I believe that an international initiative along these lines should have clear goals to accomplish, and the organization should be held accountable for meeting those goals and those targets. International can be a major focus for Fort Worth. We've got the assets, the timing is right, we just need to decide to do it. I'll close by saying that we need to build on our proven experience in international relations and international understanding. We've been there, we know how to do this. And when it comes to making this happen, I want to quote our new mayor. I think we should tell the world that it's go time in Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you.